Hey guys, how's it going? We're
Uh,
here.
Last time the time zones are closer, probably. We're talking to
Yeah,
you,
probably.
our wonderful
Well,
audience. Hello.
there's already a cool chat going on about the neural patterns and the Red Angel and Burnham and stuff. We're gonna get into that. Don't worry, guys. We have answers because that's what we do. And we also have three super chats sitting there. So while I'm doing
Oh,
the super
super.
chats, you go ahead and share, and
Alrighty.
we will
Stuart, take it
get
away.
this. Uh, Cladu Barada Nikdu puts in $5 Australian. Thank you. The assumption has been that the Red Angel is from the future. Now it seems that she is from the past. Fascinating. Uh, yeah, yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Although, just to clarify,
Troy Macy.
massive spoiler warning here because we can't not talk about spoilers. So, guys, seriously, I know obviously people are going to miss this as soon as I stop saying it because they'll come in later. But full spoilers as we always do. So sorry in advance. Slash only look at this after the fact if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Troy Macy puts in $1.99 and $4.99 and says the Red Angel is Michael and both her parents. And Michael's parents are from the future. That's how they know how to build the tech. I mean, I like that, yeah. But as for the neural energy, I just want to address this right away because it seems to be throwing really people off. DNA was never mentioned. It was a neural pattern of Michael that was assigned to the Red Angel. But as we've said, and we've filmed a video on this that was going to be released later, there can be now multiple Red Angels because they have the Red Angel suit. So it could come to a point where Michael has to wear the suit. And I think the engagement at Kaminar with helping the Kelpians was in fact Michael, because she took a long pause to stop and stare at Saru. So that's what I'm going with. So there is going to be neural energy or neural patterns in there from Michael as well, probably, but in the future because she's going to end up having to use the suit. But now that they've captured her mother and have use of the suit, anyone can wear it essentially. So there might be multiple Red Angels. Who's to say what's going to happen? But that's where we're going with that. So we'll get to that part when we get to that. But I wanted to address that right away because there's a huge misunderstanding in the chat that people think that Hugh got it wrong, that it wasn't um, actually her neural pattern, which should match perfectly, but it obviously would. You can't have somebody else's neural pattern. You can share DNA, of course, but hopefully that helps. Bill Barkley's saying, okay, Stuart, that's clearing it up. So good. But yeah, there's a possibility that multiple people will be the Red Angel. But I can see Michael definitely put it on the suit at some point. So there we go. Joseph Petrick puts in €2. Thank you very much, Joseph. John Smith wanted to stab his eye, or maybe Joseph Petrick wanted to stab his eye. The episode was crap. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it as much as the last few we had seen, so that's kind of my. I wouldn't say it's crap. It's just not as good as what we've seen.
Yeah, it's not. Well, it's just not as good as it could have been and should have been.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. I mean, there's lots of little nice things.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can find even more throughout this. So the episode starts with the Arium.
Mm-hmm.
And they're downloading all of her memories off.
Well, they're erasing them.
Sorry, yeah, they're erasing all of her memories, and you get the last little look of the one bit of character that they gave her, and then that's the end of that story. And it's nice. They're all people talking about they're all the eulogy, but as we said in the original review, this is it feels kind of off kilter this because we didn't get this for any other character ever, and characters that we actually cared about like Hugh, and characters we didn't care about like the tactical officer from episode 3. We never got this, and so for a character we don't know, don't like have no specific interest in beyond. Oh yeah, so somebody. Oh, is that one? It seems very weird to have so much focus. Whereas if it was Hugh, this would be pitch perfect. So it's kind of a weird beginning because again, it's not earned.
Yeah.
And I kept whenever Stamets quoted, I remember everyone always used to say. I thought to myself, What did she? What do you mean? She didn't say anything. Like Erin used to say, "Well, never on screen. She never get any lines on screen." So, Erin was one of those great. Let's talk off-screen characters.
Yeah. And of course, they let Tyler out of his cage for this funeral, so that's nice. It was cool seeing the the scan of Arium, the medical scan, because you got to see what parts are still human. She's mainly human. She's just got a few cyborg parts, so a lot of people have mistakenly called her a robot and an android, and that's just not the case. So, but yeah, the funeral was a nice scene, but yeah, it does kind of diminish everybody else's funeral. Like, what about poor Hugh's funeral? He was probably sitting there like looking around going, I didn't get no funeral, guys. What? I mean, maybe I did. I wasn't here, but
it's the sign of a character. They knew they were going to kill her. Should have built her up over the entire season, so this payoff works. I don't think this would work for almost any of the characters. Would you even be this sad if Stamets died?
Yes, I like Stamets.
Yeah.
So that's me personally, but
yes.
So yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Well, at least it's quick though. I mean, thing is, it's nice. It's just not earned, and it won't hold up in second viewing, or it just
It's a nice funeral though to see them all lined up against the curve of the USS Discovery thing.
That's the entire crew, presumably, and only 150-ish people. That's everyone.
I think it's 131 or something. 131 souls, I think they said in its first season, but yeah.
That's probably everyone.
Yep.
Not very medical staff. You see all the white shirts. There's like 7.
Yeah.
Whatever, but it's just, yeah. Anyway.
Then they move the casket out to the middle of this platform, which lowers. And again, I don't have an issue with that because on the TOS Enterprise, there's actually a part that lowers. It's a rectangular part. There is a turntable as well for turning the shuttles, so that's fine. But there you see a bunch of launch tubes, which I assume is what the landers that Burnham test flew and then used were launched out of, even though they had long launch tubes. But
definitely longer than this stretch that we can see, because now we're going to get a clean shot of how long that space is, and it's like it's not that long.
Yeah, no.
And
there's 4 of them. There's 4 tubes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I guess this is their aft torpedo launcher because it fires out of a thing that doesn't normally exist in between two.
I don't know if it's safe to have photon torpedo launchers underneath the shuttle bay directly if you have to load them like that. I mean, maybe there's a room down there that when the platform's up, I guess, but I think it'd more be like probe launchers out the back rather than photon torpedo launchers.
Yeah. It's just that's the vibe it sort of gives. It does mimic the Spock's streak of light of his torpedo. But again, it's such a weird, strong focus on this one. It's just, And yes, the door's always open and all that jazz. But at least it was a quick scene.
Yes. Then we kind of jumped to the conference room, and I gotta admit I didn't take notes for this one, just because when I watched it originally, my PVR didn't record it, so I couldn't go back and rewatch it until it was airing later in the night, and I had to re-record it, and I haven't had a chance to watch it yet today.
Okay.
So I wanted to take notes, and I just haven't had a chance. So I don't have notes, so it's going all by memory.
I have a few notes. What do you think of Saru's song? So I'll mention in the chat. Saru's song at the start.
Ooh, it was great. I didn't know you could sing, but I mean, I thought it was very nice to hear a Kelpian song, funeral song.
Yeah, I was cringing. Like, it's a nice idea, but it's like, and his when they do his close up, his mouth doesn't remotely match the sounds. So obviously they didn't
notice that.
They didn't know what they were going to do. They had to sing something. It's like if you go back to Star Trek 2, Valeris Savick and Spock are talking in English, and they redubbed in Vulcan based on the phonetics. So these things happen all the time. They presumably gave him something else, and then they redubbed in something that's more musical or whatever. Cause it didn't match. It's fine. I was like, cringe. Let's go past this.
Yes.
So Stuart, then in this scene, we have the whole long explanation about they're outside of the Section 31 headquarters. They can talk about the AI, about how they're about to battle the AI, about how it's hacking into their systems because it's the most impressive AI in the Federation. How it's firing its weapons. How the minefield is obviously very dangerous and is targeting them and sending mines to attack them, and they barely escape with their life, right? And the end of that plot, they're gonna keep going because it's part 2, right? They took a quick break for a funeral. They just ceasefire with the AI that knows some of its future, and it's gonna part 2, right?
No. What we get is an expositionary line of dialogue saying, "Oh yeah, we destroyed that station. Let's move on now." Something I would have liked to have seen, because they were between the minefield essentially and the station, and they needed to destroy that without. I don't know. It was really stupid.
If the station has control over the mines and it just lost Arium, it would be like, "I'm going to send my mines to kill you. Oh look, I killed you. Great. Let's get Arium." With all the data that she has, which they did. Remember I said they could just beam her aboard one of the 2 ships, the station or the ship, and they did. And they did delete all the information. So it's like, what a dumbass AI.
Yeah.
It really limits the sense of them being a villain when you have this great threat and it can sense all their movements and predict them. Oh no, we killed them.
Yeah.
It killed all the highest admirals, but we killed it. It's like,
yeah, no funeral for the admirals. They should have had a joint funeral, like 5 caskets. That would have been better for me.
And what about
with Arium in the middle.
Yeah.
That would have been nice, but no. Screw those admirals. Eugene puts in 750 rubles. Well, not bad for Discovery, but damn, so many stupid plot twists and cringe moments. I've break out laughing multiple times. Yeah. Hasn't really fit with the vibe of season 2 so far. This one kind of took a misstep or 2, in my opinion.
Is this the worst episode of this season?
No, the Klingon one still is, even though you don't agree with that.
Yeah. We're on the same rough page though, with its
right down there. Yeah.
And this is the start of this episode, in the sense that this episode is pretty much all just talkies in different rooms, walk and talk, stand and talk, sit and talk, box and talk. Like everything is a talkie until we get to the final beat. So I think this is definitely one where you can see the diminishing budget of this season, where they allocate a certain amount. The first few have got more special effects, more sets, more locations, more things happening, more setups. This one is a cheap episode. It's not bad for that by any means. In fact, you get character moments. No money, more character stuff. Just the character stuff isn't great, a lot of it. Some nuggets, but it's a wrongly balanced piece, because there's something interesting at the start, interesting at the end, and then the middle just stuff, but no stuff. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Also, why is Spock not in uniform?
Many people have asked that. Also, I'm looking for him to find his phaser razor. That's the hashtag phaser razor, guys. That's my thing. I just came up with that today. He needs to get the phaser razor. It's the new Gillette product. He seems to have trimmed his beard, so it's not like he's unaware of it. It's not still wild and unkempt. Now it's nice and trimmed. So he's like, I think I'm going to sport this for a while. Probably because Burnham said, I don't like it, or is that working for you? He's like, yeah, I'm going to make it work for me, bitch. just to put her in her place, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. So this is where we get the information that, by the way, the Red Angels Burnham, guys. There's a neural link or a neural overlay or whatever, neural memory of Burnham's that was in the information. So, and right away I'm like, oh my God, seriously? We're starting off with this? Because I knew it would piss a lot of people off, because all of a sudden, yeah, she's the most amazing thing ever again.
And it was very abrupt. There was no lead up. It's clear one of those things that's just like, oh, this isn't the story, so we're gonna throw it out there, move on. It's just like, oh, by the way, Red Angel's you.
Yeah.
What?
And Joseph Petrick puts in €2. Swiss cheese episode, so many holes, only 2 good scenes.
2 good scenes. What?
I like the scene in engineering. That was an interesting scene, as well as was the conversation with Hugh and Cornwall. I like that. Other than that, Pike really took a back seat in this episode, which is a bit of a shame. But anywho.
And guys, do remember to super chat, because we do this as a way of supporting the channel as well. So any amount, and we have to read your comment. So if you have a comment, question, thought on this episode 10, which we think is quite a big one in terms of the big thematics. So do let us know what you think, and we'll read it out, and everyone's a winner.
Winner. Sick bay, they are, I forget exactly what they're doing in sick bay with Burnham.
Well, they're comparing the mental scan to her mental scan, saying, well, could be faked, and the doctor, for some reason, he's doing it and not the chief medical officer, but whatever. We're going to forget about her.
And it should be pointed out that he's not in uniform either at all, ever. He's just hanging out in like clothes that I would wear literally to the club.
He's wearing a suit.
Which looks great. I mean, Star Trek's always had the off-duty stuff that's reflects the time. Look at the cage. You see people walking around in like 1960s swimwear almost in the corridors, skirt and whatever. It's like, okay, well, thanks. But yeah, get a uniform on if you're going to be working in sickbay.
Well, this is why Spock's outfit, and when Burnham had a other outfit, it still feels futuristic. His, every time I saw him in the later scenes, I'm just like, what did he walk off the street? Did he rushed into the scene? Like, he literally just walked. It's probably his own costume. You know what I mean? It does pull you out of the trek. It's just, the actor on set. At least Spock is like, it's a space jacket, right? Yep, space jacket. But it is weird though that we've suddenly forgotten we have a chief medical officer that was chief medical officer before him as well, because he was never chief medical officer, and now he's the one doing these mental scans. It's like, he was brought back from the dead by a mycelial subspace network. He shouldn't. I don't think he has a medical license still. Gonna be honest, I think they might have revoked that.
And I don't think that he has the desire to be a doctor anymore because of that whole story about how he became a doctor with that woman saving his life and how giving him his scar. Now his scar is gone, and I think it all ties into him not feeling like himself. So it's a very odd choice.
Well, it's because we need him in the last scene, so we have to re-establish him as a doctor. They can't just have him pop up in the last one scene, be like, "Oh, we're bringing Culber down. Why? Shut up."
It's not like he was important. They could have anybody in that scene. I do like that Hugh's kind of falling back into his place, though. He's kind of feeling more like Hugh again.
But why? How?
Yeah.
It's not a good. Again, the problem with this episode is there's so many of those season 1 tropes of why, just cause. Why? Shut up. Why? Don't think about it. It's like, oh.
Well, Greg Ken puts in $1 Australian. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Frank Black, who's always awesome, puts in $20, but no comment. So we appreciate the support.
Well, I mean, to go black and black, I think Spock's black outfit is great. So your money for his black outfit. There you go. I did just look back at my notes. I have a couple of things we've always skipped by, if that's all right.
And we do have a PayPal donation as well, $7.70 US.
Nice.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen. I need to watch the episode with my girlfriend again now, so I won't be able to attend the whole live stream in time. But I desperately wanted to share something, so permission to speak freely. Granted, in brackets. Granted. Thanks. The commander said in the last live Red Angel discussion that the way specialization works in Starfleet is quite narrow in its branches, not quoting, and picked Worf as an example for not being ordered to help Geordi since he's no engineer, but a tactical officer. But that is not entirely true in this manner. There's an episode of TNG, hell, I wish I'd remember the title now, where Geordi explicitly asks Worf to help him configure the shield frequency or some such. So Worf joins him in main engineering doing engineering work at the consoles and so on. But it's also shield frequency because it's tactical, right?
Yeah, he would know how those systems work. Wouldn't he?
So specialization within branches works quite liberal. Also overarching disciplines, Worf is quite qualified to do engineering work when it's overlapped with his specialization. The same standard should be valid for Burnham, in my opinion. Sorry for the long post. Very long. I hope this finds some attention again. Again, thanks for the content. Keep it up. The focal length over and out. All right. Focal length. Thank you. Focal length. There you go. All right, so I somewhat agree. I mean, all systems are tied together, so yes, you can definitely have people help out in that every system aboard ship. Maybe not so much medical and stuff. It's more specialized, unless you go into like become a commander or do the command training thing. But
Well,
I think there's standard classes at the academy.
well, everyone's gonna be trained in a basic set because you don't know what you want to do when you enter the academy necessarily. So you all know basic first aid, you all know basic engineering of duotronics or whatever. But you give Wolf a warp core, and he's gonna be like, I mean, I can look up how this works, but I mean, yeah, shields and weapons are different. I'm sure he knows the shields modulations better than Geordie does a lot of the time because he uses them every day. You know, or the torpedo loads. I mean, it's relative. But Burnham, as we all know, is pushed to the nth degree there.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we're still in sick bay, and then
I had my notes, but I'll let you. I gotta pop away for a minute if that's all right, Stuart. But I'll jump on this big. I'll watch you live on my phone I'll put in the conference call as in the scene they're all talking, so you can just go up to that point. So I'm back in a minute.
Okay. The scene where they're all talking. Yes, this is where Leland and Giorgio beam aboard, and I got to admit, it's been great. I actually like Leland as a character. I'm pretty sure can't trust the guy, but really do like his style. And Giorgio, again, she's kind of all over the map. She's kind of a roller coaster as far as characterization goes. I don't know if they know exactly what to do with her, but I have been enjoying her a bit more, so that's good. It's working anyway. I'm beginning to like her. Eugene puts in 250 rubles. Where's the female doctor from sickbay, though? Well, it's kind of our understanding that the female doctor in sickbay that helped Hugh come back was essentially the chief medical officer. So yeah, I don't know why they don't rely on their chief medical officer, and we've never once been introduced to the engineer of this ship because it is not Stamets. He is the spore drive technician. But yeah, that's one of the problems with Discovery. I mean, TNG had the same issue though. Early on, they didn't have a chief engineer. First, well, they did. It was like it was a woman, then it was a guy with a beard, and then eventually Geordi took over. So I don't know if that's going to be the case with this. Even Orville. I mean, they really didn't have a chief engineer, I don't think, either until Lamar went down. So anyway. Is it just me, or do all chief officers never get 2 memos? Yeah, it seems that way, eh? Like, oh, don't worry about bringing the department heads in. We'll just talk to these random people that are hanging around. Section 31 knew about the suit the whole time. Why am I not surprised? Yeah, that's also, as soon as they said that Michael was the Red Angel, they kind of just went straight into the whole, this thing where Section 31 designed this suit, and because of the Klingon threat, the Klingons were working on time travel. And really nice scene here with Tyler where they're like, you know, they would have destroyed us before we could climb out of the primordial ooze. Something Klingons do, and no offense. And Tyler's like, none taken. But yeah, they would have done that. I really like that. If Stamets is a biologist, why is he best capable of building the equipment to capture the Angel? See, that's the thing that bothers me quite a bit. That should have been more Jet Reno, bring her in, or the chief engineer. But Pike goes out of his way to say that, yes, Stamets is, you know, very talented. He's a good guy for this, so just trust me, take him. He's one of the people with his name in the credit, so he's somebody that you'll want on the team. It's kind of the vibe that I got. Orville had Newton. Okay, fair enough. Much use of perspective shot. Yeah. Perspective's important. Another table point of view with camera. And I don't mind them, actually. I do like the Pike's Ready room though. I think it's very comfortable looking and welcoming. So that's cool. I can only assume that Krug is the Klingon heading up the time travel project. Ha ha. That's funny. I mean, he could very, very well be. Stamets co-designed the spore drive, so must have very good engineering knowledge. Yeah, he would have a certain amount of engineering knowledge, absolutely, but he's definitely not the chief engineer on the ship. His speciality is making the spore drive work in conjunction with the ship's engineering systems. So he would have a fairly good understanding of engineering systems, absolutely. His perspective is why Tom Cruise has a career. Yeah, so this basically just reveals that, yeah, Section 31's got its whole time travel division. They know about the suit, and it's revealed later who helped them with it, but we'll wait for Samuel to get back to talk about that for sure. So what do you guys think about the whole, because as soon as I said Burnham was Red Angel, I was like, oh, seriously? And then right away it leads into the whole, this is Section 31 of this era having this time travel technology. It's like, oh, really? It's two of the things we really didn't want to see happen, but here we are. So
what, me coming back?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
No. I was talking about Section 31 having time travel tech in this era.
Yeah.
Kind of mentioned right after the fact of, oh, Burnham's the Red Angel, by the way. So it's like two disappointments like in a row almost. I did like the link with the Klingons though. The Klingons were working on time travel tech. Somebody in the chat said maybe it was Krug that was in charge of that. Get it?
Pretty funny. Although I'm sure Chris Lloyd would come back in the same costume again after so many decades and come back as a younger version of Krug, de-age him with makeup. Yeah, this was when the Burnham reveal as a Red Angel. Obviously, we're talking in chronological. She isn't, but saying she was a disappointing sigh moment because that was the first theory everyone said because she's the lead that can do everything. There and also Michael is an angel name and such, so that was like, oh, okay. I was fighting that because it didn't make thematic sense, it didn't make conceptual sense.
Yeah,
and I was fighting very strongly that it would be someone outside of the cast because no one in the cast made sense from a thematic level. It just wouldn't work. And so when Michael's announced, I was like, and then when the suit's announced, at that point I just sort of stopped caring about the episode, honestly, because then it makes you're hurting pre-TOS even more. If the suit worked flawlessly, it seems. And it was easily buildable, and and it's like if you have, because it's not just a suit that can travel in time, which would be, if that was all it could do, then you'd have to get from place to place. It can also create wormholes to go through space, so it's a TARDIS, suit. Well, that's everything. What more do you want, Stuart, than a suit, a single man suit that can take you anywhere, any place in time and space? I mean, all you need is and it can EMP an entire planet's surface energy. I mean, this is a one weapon suit that can take on the universe. So really, Section 31 and pre-TOS can design that. You wouldn't even think this was possible in TNG, would you?
No.
And then to think the Klingons were doing it, they mentioned they were on a Cold War, the Klingons, and trying to, or an arms race. But it's like, well, how far did they get then? Because this was 20 years ago. So you're saying they abandoned it?
I think that's going to all tie in soon with L'Rell coming back, because I think they're going to need a new time crystal, or they're going to need something. And, the Klingons have been working on this. Let's contact L'Rell. Tyler, give your sort of pseudo-girlfriend a ring there and get her on board, because we know she comes back. You have to go away more often, Samuel, because we've got 4 super chats that I still need to address now because you were gone. I'm just kidding. Joseph Petrick puts in €2.
Thank you.
In 214 years, Captain Kirk will be born.
From now.
Oh, from now, yes. I was going to say, he's already on the Farragut, most likely. Wayback Tech puts in $5.
Thank you.
What do you guys think about the idea of CBS doing a Cage era spinoff of TOS with new actors, Pike, Spock, along with the redesigned Enterprise? Talked about this many times. We would love to see some kind of miniseries, maybe a 6-part miniseries like that. That'd be fantastic.
Although it won't be Cage era then. If you're setting it aboard their rebooted universe, it's not Cage era. So it would make more sense it was post this Discovery story, have it be
Yes.
3 years later, his last mission before he went for his accident, 6-episode miniseries, at the end have the accident. Fine, good, cool. But not Cage era, because then they have to make a prequel of their own prequel. You know what I mean? It doesn't work. And then it'll ruin Cage era even further. So no. But smartly done, yes.
And yes, absolutely. And Jeff Jacobs was in $3. I will do another super chat at 100. Make me pay. So yes, guys, get the likes to 100. We have 200 people watching right now, so it shouldn't be hard. Only 50% of you need to hit that like button. And Stephen W. Fathry puts in $2.
Hey, Stephen.
How did the crew learn that the AI was from the future? Do you remember?
Yes.
I don't. So please answer.
So if you recall, there's two things. There's Control, which is the Section 31 supercomputer tactical analysis thing, which Section 31 uses. Although I'm pretty sure they said in an earlier episode that all of Starfleet use it for their tactical, decisions, and yet then they say in this episode only Section 31 ever uses it.
Probably inconsistency.
I think they just wrote themselves into a corner there. So that's one, but a time rift opened for some reason. It was just to allow the probe to come through. They send a probe in, the probe comes back, time affected, and very advanced and whatever. That then infects the system and gets on board the Discovery and infects Arium. That's the AI worm virus from the future, which then Arium gets to infect Control because it sends signals, and then that would have happened those several weeks ago, which is then when Control went haywire, stopped communicating, killed the admirals, and it was then, altered by its interaction with the future version of itself, or at least an AI construct small bit, and then that's what they're trying to destroy in the Section 31 base, but they say, no, W City, I'm sure it escaped somewhere. It sent itself off ship. And it's like, yes, of course it did. It's an AI. How hard is it to destroy computer programs now, let alone ultra hyper advanced AIs from the future? I'm not saying it is from the future. I'm saying it's been allowed to evolve quicker because it's gained certain, a message from from its future self, which I'm sure would speed up anything.
Yeah. I want to address Ken Wheeler, though. What the fuck is a time crystal, actually? Nothing like that has ever been mentioned in any series, except for season 1 of Discovery. It's the same time crystal that Harry Mudd used in the episode Magic to Make the Zenith Man Go Mad. So there is a tie-in with itself into season 1. Yeah.
They should have said, it's powered by a borium crystal, or we like to call it a time crystal.
Yeah.
Because who's naming it a time crystal? How do you know it's a time crystal? What does that mean? And I think Mudd was saying...
It's one of the Infinity Stones.
Oh, God. Well, that make more sense, ironically. No, I think, didn't Mudd say it was from a super advanced race that knew time travel?
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And the Vulcan Science Academy was aware of it, and there's only a few of them, and he had to get one, and yeah. So, and we got another super chat of £5 from Rum Truffler.
Thank you.
Great name. The suit can also resurrect Burnham, instantly healing her. So either it has healing properties, or it enveloped her within its time vortex so that her body accelerated healing, perhaps. Accelerated time dilation, maybe. Who knows? Reasons.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right. It is very advanced tech for this era. Well, although, that being said, it could have been designed to be less advanced, just to do time travel, and then it got upgraded when they went to the future, and it's since been really, kitted out. So
that's got to be the only way to explain, because it's Section 31, but in an experimental time suit where the one crystal you're going to get can power it, don't know if it's going to work, but it probably will. Are you really going to give it a megally powerful planet-wide destroying EMP and thrusters that can go through space and healing beams and all these? It keeps getting better and better and stronger. Because remember, it also transported the entire church across the galaxy. So what? It tracked a beamed a church. Its abilities keep growing. So yeah, I think the only way you can just explain that is if it it was either enhanced in the future, or as someone said, they were influenced. The suit itself was an influence from the future, or the mum is vaguely from the future, which would be a fun little, conceit if Michael's parents were from the future or some variant of that, and they used future tech to build it, which would then explain how they could build it. And then the whole point was there's because if you need a time crystal, maybe they're all used up by the time they're from, but there's a few that exist in the then, and if they sneakily build it then, I mean, that would be a fun little reveal. It would make more sense, because pre-TOS I just don't see at all being able to build a time suit. Not for a second.
Yeah. And Campbell's Chunky 704 says, "Is CBS paying you?" I don't know if they're talking about us or someone in the chat, but
I assume not.
I wish. We would probably be saying that this was a great episode. This is not a good episode. It has a few moments, but it's not great.
So I have some notes that I didn't get to, if that's all right.
Yeah.
They said in the earlier briefing that they stopped Arium before they could get the data to control. The whole point was get the data to control to let it evolve, but 25% of the information went through, which means it had 25%, which means they changed history either way. So they were like, "Oh, don't worry, we stopped it." It's like, you didn't stop it all, and anything will change the future. Like, any amount of information will change it. As for control, it was used only by Section 31. We destroyed that station where control's located, and post-suggestion we advise all Section 31 ships to run diagnostics. Yep, that's going to work, because modern diagnostics of 22nd century ships can certainly find a super powerful AI, blah, blah, blah. No. The pointless doors joke, what do you think about that with Tilly? How the doors just open by themselves. She walks in. She said she apologized. She didn't knock. It was like, well, they open by themselves. I don't have a choice.
I thought it was kind of funny. But you think they'd have seals on them? They do a lot of times, because you hear that come. You can close the doors. You can lock them so that it just activates the chime when somebody comes to the door.
That's more a Pike being dumb enough not to put the lock on their super important meeting with an admiral, a captain. And no, it was before Section 31, but you would think that, the Angel opens up micro wormholes.
Micro wormhole generator, man. That's fancy.
And the suit was about to be tested when it was destroyed by Klingon spies, they said. And that's as far as I got where we are now. So a lot of stuff they threw at us. And I wonder how much of that was originally planned and how much they've kind of extemporized a little bit to make it all connect in a slightly different way, leading to a season 3. I don't know.
Yeah. We got another €10 super chat,
thank
though.
You.
I just finished watching it and needs better writers, just not there yet. Yeah, this seems like almost a crossover between the original storyline and what the new showrunners want to do. It's almost like they're playing catch up again. Just this one just seems disjointed and out of place. So, and Eugene puts in 250 rubles. Well, the probe didn't leave the vortex. Nobody's seen Arium was hacked except us, the viewers. And now they say AI tries to get to the present every time, not just one time.
Yeah, it's a bit weird for Pike to say, or Stamets, are we sure if we don't close the wormhole, the AI won't come through? And it's like, it only came through because you sent a probe and it used the probe to come back at you. That was your probe, it changed. Not one time has it come through any other rifts or any other thing. So there's even no evidence that they're going to come through breaches. And also you would think the Angel wouldn't create a breach next to enemy warships. If you can time and jump anywhere, you do multiple jumps to lose them. Because they can't time travel, they can go through time rifts, which the shuttle almost did as well. So yeah, it's where they suddenly upped the ante with, they'll come through, and it's like, no, they won't. What are you on about?
Yeah,
that's never been a problem.
Ian puts in $5, thank you, and asks, "Are time crystals previous canon?" Just within Discovery, they go back to season 1, as we said. Harry Mudd had one, so
that's more Star Wars or Doctor Who tech. It's that's the thing. It would have been funny,
or Marvel tech.
Yeah. would have been funny if like I said, Tilly, whoever had said a beryllium crystal, and Pike, and then Tilly says, "Oh, it's called a time crystal," and Pike's like, "I agree, everything's cool with time in front of it," and she's like, "Yes, sir." Reference to itself. They skipped a joke, and it makes it sillier because time crystal is a no. Anyway, or if they just gone the science approach and said, "We found this amazing mineral in Ruropenthe. It's out of temporal flux." Like give us some, not just time crystal. That's a very Star Wars approach. Magic. How does the lightsaber crystal work? Magic. Until obviously they explained it 30 years later. But yeah.
Yeah. The next scene with Michael and Giorgio, I don't recall exactly what they were talking about in the hallway.
It's about tell me you're hiding something from me. Or tell me something. And Giorgio's like, "Aren't you tired of you saying that?" And it's like, "I'm tired of you saying it." Of course she is. She's the Empress of the Universe. She doesn't care about you.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. I don't remember much else.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't very long. So.
No.
The next scene is engineering, or the spore room, I guess. This was kind of an awkward, weird scene. I mean, talking about things, and then Hugh shows up ready for a date, apparently, because he looks all snazzed up. I gotta admit, that looks really nice. The black shirt with the jacket. But, and then Giorgio is like jumping on the whole, she can see the connection between the two, or lack thereof now, and she starts like hitting on Stamets, and I'm like, this is really weird. Why is this happening? And then he was like, he's gay, right? Oh, well, in my universe, he's pansexual, and I had a thing with you too. Like, well, that's just creepy. You're just going around now announcing to everybody that you're the Empress, even though these people already know, but whatever. It was just weird. And then I love how it ends with Tilly like, what just happened? Because I thought the same thing. It was trying to get the Hugh Stamets relationship. Like Hugh wants to come and talk to him because he feels bad, I guess, for breaking up with him. And he walks in, sees that Giorgio's there, and is like, I'm looking for Admiral Cornwall. So I don't know if he was actually looking for Admiral Cornwall or came to talk to Stamets and just didn't want to talk in front of the Empress. But then later he goes and sees Cornwall. So maybe he was looking for Cornwall. I don't know.
Yeah, for me, this scene, I like the sci-fi exposition, although the utter ease they can trap a time traveler. I know this is now present day, or even this is 20-year-old tech. It's not even present day, it's 20-year-old tech, and Discovery is brand new. Although whatever, they've got better tech, and he's a smart man who does understand time stuff. So, like, it would have been fun if they'd said, we're going to put a temporal displacement field around it, and I can see through that, and I can pinpoint where she is and beam her out, rather than just use normal science, which again he's not the most qualified to do. Even though he has schematics of the thing now, but it's a bit of a cheat code when they say, right, here's the schematics of our time travel suit. And they did say, Leland did say, we've already been working out a solution. You just have to build it for us. And Stamets was the building one, so I guess they're just finishing off the plan is to lock or latch the Angel with tethers, close its breach so it can't get away, at least then and there, and then EMP it, I guess, although you would think the thing would be shielded from EMP because, uber advanced time suit, but okay. And then hopefully it goes non-timey. Seems very easy.
I have a little problem with the plan, which we'll talk about in a second. But
okay.
Trent Culligat, we can move on scene-wise, but Trent Culligat puts in $2 Canadian.
Thank you.
Giorgio is just trying to screw with them. Well, yeah, absolutely she is, but still, it just seemed odd.
Yeah, I took it very much as Hugh's going to talk to Stamets. Hugh is looking for Cornwall because that's where he goes next.
Yeah.
And then Giorgio's just being. I think she's playing with him. Like nothing she's saying is serious. I mean, she's got the Section 31 in the palm of her hand. Although the entire higher up government is now dead for Section 31. So who leads Section 31 now if all their admirals are dead? And then what's their supercomputer?
That's a good question.
They didn't seem worried about that. Why don't they mention their leadership is dead? They really don't care about their own episodes, do they, Stuart? In canon impressions. It was a fun episode, a fun scene, but yeah, it's just thrown in there to give more stuff to do, and it feels a bit out of context. Like,
well, as I said in our other review, the whole episode seems hollow and empty almost. It doesn't feel like anything of substance happened until like the very end, and that was very minimal, for sure.
As I said in the review, it's very much like we haven't got enough. We've got only this much story to tell, with this many reveals, but we haven't got enough story to fit in these episodes. So we're having to pad this one out, but we're giving, the end thing is exciting as to make you think, oh, get into the next one. That's what happened with the one where they got Spock out. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Oh, Telosians, oh. But until that was like, But now if you think about it, last episode was called Project Daedalus. That should have been this episode. Still don't know why that was called Project Daedalus. That didn't work at all, but okay. And then Red Angel does work, but it should have been Project Daedalus, I would have thought. And the next episode should be Red Angel.
I agree. Until we see we know what the episode title is for the next one. It's Perpetual Infinity.
Which is a good title.
So, yeah. Eugene puts in 500 rubles.
Thank you.
By the way, Michael Burnham, you are the Red Angel. Me, you don't say. Let's capture the Red Angel, but keep Michael Burnham fully informed about the operation. Me, let me guess. Red Angel is not actually Michael Burnham. What a twist. Yeah, I thought the same thing the whole way through this. It's like, if it's Michael from the future, she would be well aware of the events and not. And I think that plays in later with what Spock does, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
It's one of those weird time things of if a future her would know everything past her knew, then she's not changing anything, then she's just going through the motions. Unless memories are actively being formed, but if they're being formed, then she could just shoot herself and kill the angel, she could just shoot someone else, and then they're removed from all of time. It doesn't quite. That's a problem with linear time versus non-linear time versus alternate dimensions. It doesn't all quite link like that. And
Jamal, yes, for the 50th time, I've noticed she's wearing a scant or a skirt. Every episode that she's in, we get a comment saying, "Hey, did you notice she's wearing a skirt?" Yep, she has been since she became the security chief on the ship. So
it's a gentle toss reference, and we've said it straight from the get-go. It's nice. She should have been TOS uniform, but whatever.
Yeah, got another €10 super chat.
Oh, thank you.
Last episode, Spock wakes up in a minor panic, bad dream. Com calls out Commander Spock. New captain is arriving in 5 minutes, sir. Spock acknowledge, I will greet the new captain, Captain Kirk, in the hangar bay. That'd be cool. And then Eugene puts in another 500 rubles. Thank you very much, Eugene. Also, Peak Wireless Telecommunication Facility, copyright Tim Russ. Yeah.
I haven't seen the Orville yet, but I'm excited to.
WTF, that's what WTF stands for. You'll enjoy it.
Nice.
To use an EMP against the suit, which itself EMP'd the entire friggin' alien installation. Damn. Yeah, pretty ballsy move that really I didn't think had any chance for success.
No.
Right up to where the reveal happens at the end, I'm thinking, okay, she's going to escape.
Yep. Their plan is not strong enough nor thought out enough / too easy enough.
Or their tech is advanced enough to handle this suit. Yeah.
But I do like the security chief. Although, again, a forgettable scene moving on. And Saru and Leland, again, forgettable scene. It's like, are you watching me? And I'm thinking, dude, you're a commander. He's a captain of Section 31. You're being very disrespectful. He should slap you down for insubordination here. You have no rights to be this aggressive towards me just because you don't trust me. It's like, yeah, no one trusts Section 31. And how many lives have I saved? 7 million. How many have you saved? Oh, you destroyed your entire culture on Kaminar. Yeah, that's a very Section 31 thing to do, isn't it? So I was like, Saru, I know we're trying to give you something to do, but you're not in the right here, really. Like, just as a Starfleet officer, as a character you are, but not as a Starfleet officer. But Leland takes anything. He's like, I don't care. Rules.
I like Leland. Leland.
No, he's good, actually. This one, actually, which is sad what happens to him at the end, but he's actually a good... Like, he's very genuine in this episode, which is weird. And I think we said early on, he's a bad Section 31 agent, because he's too genuine.
Yeah, or at least he's coming off that way. Whether they're going to... It was all an act or something, we'll see, but...
We'll see.
I don't know. I do like him though. I do like the actor. I do like the character. I want to trust him. I really do. He seems like a friendly kind of guy. But Section 31, so. And of course, this is the whole reveal that yes, your parents were working with us on this time tech suit. They weren't telling you everything because you're obviously a child. There's no reason that they would tell you everything. And I'm responsible for their deaths, which results in punchy, one for my mother, one for my father. Hello, mother. Hello, father. Now I am Batman. I have no parents. Da 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 da. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think you should win some sort of award for that. Guys, $5 super chat from everyone for Stuart's amazing on-the-spot creation of song. So what do you think of this emotional milestone as we finally had the answer of why Michael Burnham's parents died? The burning question that we've had ever since we learned there were suicide bombers, Klingon suicide bombers. The question we've asked ourselves: what do you think of this epic reveal?
I liked it. I liked the fact that they were involved with this whole creation, and I liked the fact that he also took all the power away from Giorgio, because she was like holding this over his head. Oh, don't make me tell Burnham what actually happened.
Yeah.
Like, okay, sure, I'll tell her. It's fine. Somebody said that she should be court-martialed again for striking an officer, but it's like Leland's not gonna press charges for that. He knows it was coming. It was owed to him, especially with the way he told her. So
yeah,
the whole striking an officer is only valid again if they want the charges pressed. You know what I mean? So,
but I do think this is the fact that she punched him. Also, why didn't he block her? Like, he's a better trained agent than she is.
He wanted her to hit him because she's owed that at least. That's what I got. It's like he knew it was coming. Yeah, so there's no sense blocking it.
Does that mean though that every single person who lost a family member at Wolf 359 is owed a punch of Jean-Luc Picard in the face without anything? Seriously, like
this is all because of the time tech and the involvement with Section 31 with her parents. The fact that was never revealed before this moment, that's why she's pissed. Not necessarily that their deaths were results of them being there at the time.
But she had no right to know Section 31 top secret stuff. I mean, what do you...
I know.
She doesn't know most of them. She punched them fine, you got my parents killed, but it's okay, what, the Klingons are more resourceful than you thought and they detect the time crystal. Okay, good for the Klingons. Like, it sucks, but I don't think he actively tried. It just... Like... It's sad, but I'm sure the rest of his team died too. I'm sure, just feels a little bit weird and just punched him straight out. It's like, that's not a good Starfleet officer should do that. She should definitely get a reprimand and a record for punching a ultra high level security officer. It's like,
it's only if he wants to though, and he knew he felt she deserved it. So, I have no issues with that.
Okay.
Where are we here? We got some super chats. Roberto Suarez puts in $2. Since when is Giorgio's mirror universe identity known by all? Well, the people on Discovery mainly know. Tilly didn't know until she's like, oh, and then she goes to salute her, and it's like, no, don't do that, Tilly. So yeah, it's kind of sketchy on who knows. I don't know if the admirals knew or
well, the Section 31
they called her.
Sorry.
They called her Captain Giorgio. I want Captain Giorgio's input.
But they wouldn't call her Emperor.
Control.
She's not Emperor anymore, so.
I know, but she's not a captain either.
Well, she was given.
That's an honorary title. They wouldn't say that.
Although
we don't hear from Special Agent or Agent Giorgio. They wouldn't call her captain unless they thought she was Giorgio.
Although they were the AI people, so they're just doing it by the book. That was Control talking to them. But I don't think I 100% sure the 61 people would know. And I mean, half the crew, a third of the crew, a quarter of the crew. I mean, all our leads know she's a mirror, and she talks about it openly in conversation with people in hallways. So I'm sure, it's known by a few people at least, not everyone, just many. All the leads we know. It's like Kim. It's like Kim being not Kim. It's like, well, all the bridge crew know. That's probably it. I don't know.
Michael Elliott puts in $5. Tilly still nervously stumbles over her own words every time she gets called out. She's been through the mirror universe. When is she going to grow up? It's a little harsh.
Well, that's the problem. She's a caricature of a character. She's definitely not the character they wrote in the start either. Her being
I don't think so.
so she's a great side. She comes in, she does the tilly, and she leaves. Either smart things or can't relieve things, or mixture of the both. But yeah, she's not going to change much. They can't let her. If she gets more confident, she'll be a normal lady. She needs to be the weird, bouncy, social,
Yeah.
But look all the cool things she's done. She certainly should be more confident than she is.
Yeah. Another €5 super chat from
Ah,
Hannes.
thank you.
Like are there just like 25 people in Starfleet? I mean, big galaxy. Everyone can play five ways to Michael. Kevin Bacon game. 5 degrees of separation for Michael Burnham, I guess.
Yeah. That's funny.
Eugene, 250 rubles. Thank you, Eugene. Well, plot device has served its function. Let me guess. Now he will die. What a surprise. Probably. Whether he's dead or not, we'll talk about that.
But I have to pop out again for a sec. But if you want to talk about the next scene and the scene you like with them, with Cornwall and you talking.
Yes.
Back in a sec.
Yeah. All right. So the next scene is Michael talking to Tyler, and she's like, "Have you known all along about this? My parents being involved with Section 31 and blah blah blah." To which he kind of doesn't really answer her. Again, short scene. I didn't get any real answers whether he did know or didn't know. I assume he did, because he does kind of stand up for Section 31's motives, saying that sometimes they're necessary. And then the next scene with Cornwall. This was a great scene, actually, where Hugh is very much more Hugh. He's back to being kind of... Still says he feels lonely and detached from everybody, but the fact that she used to be a psychiatrist, he seeked her out and sits down and talks with her about Stamets. And it was a really, in my opinion, a really good scene. I really enjoyed this. The writing, the acting, and the character building for this was really good. Ash didn't know. They really didn't tell him too much. That's kind of the vibe that I got as well. But this is really great. I really like Cornwall's character, and I've liked Hugh since the beginning. I think he's a good character, and just the last time we saw him when he broke up with Stamets, he was very, very distant and cold and empty. At least he's kind of coming back around to being more Hugh-like now. So good on them. And she kind of gives him the advice of, you should maybe consider the fact that we love who we love. Sometimes we need to revisit that and not just push it to the wayside. So I thought she was a therapist, not a psychiatrist. I think they mentioned psychiatry actually in season 1, where she's on the Klingon ship. So I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so she basically tells him that he probably needs to talk to Stamets and maybe see if they can start afresh or something. But I'm all for more Hugh. I do like Hugh, and I do like Stamets. And there's another scene with them later, which is kind of funny. Where right before the mission starts, Hugh's like, "I should probably talk to you," and he's like, "This isn't the time." Which it totally wasn't, because they had things to do. So it was a little bit high schooly. But I would like to see Cornwall take over Discovery when Pike leaves and checks if his ship's... You know what? I think Cornwall taking over Discovery as captain would be actually great. Or admiral. Or I don't know how that would work. But I could see her being in command. I would like that. Thanks for the stream, but I have to go as life is getting in the way at the moment. I will cut Saoirse's stream via delayed viewing later. All right, Kane, see you later. Good luck with everything. Hope everything's fine. Cromwell or Cromwell? It's Cornwall. It's not Crom. Mitchell and Danner were not augments. No, they certainly were not. Why would they be? They had higher Esper ratings, which basically meant they were closer to being telepathic or empathic than most humans. Yeah, they definitely weren't augments. I don't know where that came from. Section 31 is going to bring Hugh into their organization due to his newness. Possibly. I thought for a while that because he felt so empty and alone and didn't know who he was, that it tied into the Red Angel, who also had a feeling of desperation and loneliness when Spock mind melded with it. But that's obviously not the case. Unless he does, he can still take up the suit, and he can be the one that Spock mind melds with, because it is a time traveling suit. So he can be the one that does that because they have the suit now. So Cornwell, there you go. Do you think Burnham's father is also alive? Maybe her mom saved him too. Well, we have a theory about that we're going to do a video on. There's a possibility that Michael's father is in fact Kraft that we saw in Calypso and is from the future or living in the future. Whether he came back to then be killed is another story, but it makes for an interesting idea, at least. So,
hello.
Hi.
Yes, I like this scene too. It's good. Although he feels very just actor dude rather than character dude in just the suit. So it takes you out of it a little bit. It's like, oh, it's just a production still of the actor chilling out.
Yeah, pretty much.
But look, they're at warp at least. Look, it's the window. See, it's a window. Look, it's a window. See.
Yes, I see that.
Then we get Burnham fighting in the, I guess, gym. Although I don't think that's a window anymore. I think that's just a big light panel. Yeah, because there's like texture behind it in the one of the close-ups. I'm kind of like, don't think it's a window. Plus, it'd be a weird place to put a window at the edge of your boxing ring.
This is a great scene with her and Spock. Spock comes in like, I'm sure that Leland appreciates the fact that you're taking your aggression out on that and not the cartilage in his nose, essentially. And it's funny how the scene kind of turns into him forgiving her. It's almost like Spock is beginning to find his logical focus again, because he's way less emotional and screaming at her than he was in the last one. He came in didn't have the intention of accepting her apology and making her feel better, but that's exactly what he did. And this was actually really well done, and I really enjoy Ethan Peck's Spock.
Yeah, it was a bit of a quick turnaround for him forgiving her, quote unquote. It's kind of like nothing has changed between them right now, so I kind of felt like he must just be not humoring her, but saying, you're always going through stuff in this situation, because nothing's changed. Why would he be forgiving her for anything?
Because he knows she's going through a rough time right now with finding out about her parents. So he's trying to be nice. He's trying to be brotherly. He's trying to be brotherly.
He is from brotherly, but he hasn't been a brother for 15 years. It just feels a bit. They need at least 4 or 5 episodes of them building. It's weird to go from one extreme to the other. And it's like, okay.
I disagree. Sometimes it depends on a person's emotional state, how you treat them. And I think he saw that he needed to do that to help her feel better and get on the road to recovery.
I can see that, but I just don't agree with it in the story. But I see that's what they did, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we should use that more. But I think they need to reset by the end of the season. So they're like, it's like
by the way, I hate you again, Burnham. Like, I don't think they're ever going to go back to that.
I meant reset to neutrality, but yes. And then they're building this thing, and they talk about.
Well, Jeff Jacobs puts in $3, 100 likes. Awesome. He will donate again at 150. So we need another 50 likes, guys.
Well, I put one in.
225 of you. That should be more than possible. Let's get it up there. Do it.
Thank you. 106 likes. Please click that like button, whatever you can.
And
yes.
we got another €5.
Thank you.
Will it end with Mama B? Mama Burnham will go back in time and reset the whole storyline, saving her family and preventing the Klingon attack and destroy the suit. And therefore, Michael Burnham was never adopted by Sarek and Amanda and was never Spock's sister. And all is right with the universe. Dun, dun, dun. Distinct possibility. Which would be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, here they build their little trap thingy and talk about this planet with this atmosphere that can kill somebody within 2 minutes or something. Hugh still hasn't found his uniform.
Or Spock.
It's like, or Spock. At least Spock looks futuristic. Literally, you're right. Hugh looks like he just walked in off the street. He needed to film these scenes, and
it's a little bit odd.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they're gonna, and also they mentioned the plan. If I'm the one that's doing this, and at this point it's very, that is what's happening, right? There's no backing down. Like it gives you, it goes full guns blazes in, so that when you get the reveal, it's more of a surprise, which is what happened for me. I've just spoiled until the reveal. They're saying, right, well, what's the link between? I like Spock's also the catalyst between a lot of these thinking processes, which is nice because he would be. I mean, this has been his thing for, a year, 6 months, thinking about this. There's been lots of signals, but all created by the Angel, and yet, why has the Angel only appeared in a few of them? And then you do think back to, well, not just that, but it appeared to Spock to tell Burnham, it appeared to Burnham, although it appeared to Burnham in the first episode, but it wasn't to save her, it didn't do jack to help her. Didn't do anything, just stood there, and then Pike walked through her. So what was
Maybe
that?
It was coming to save her and then realized that Pike was on its way, so it just took it off.
Shitty time travel knowledge, isn't it? Definitely gonna die. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it wasn't gonna die. Cool, I'll leave then. It was I think
pretty much.
So that's a stupid. Now that now doesn't work quite as well, but that might have been one of those little retconny with altering the pace, because that's the first episode, so it all changes from the first episode, with different showrunners and the direction slightly. But they say that the key is, whenever I'm in danger, the Red Angel shows up, and Burnham's Georgia says, "Yes, your guardian angel comes to your rescue to save you." And I'm like, oh, so where was Burnham's mum, the Red Angel, during the torchbearer scene? During No, it doesn't.
Well, she obviously wasn't going to die. She wasn't going to die. It was already determined she was going to survive. So there's no need to go back.
But she wasn't going to die at the. She wasn't going to die at the first time she sees me either. Kaminar, she wasn't going to die, but the planet was going to die. That's not her death either. It doesn't quite connect. It's trying.
That's why I don't think that. That's why I think the Kaminar thing is Michael Burnham going to help Saru and his people, not the mother.
Kind of misusing the suit / paradox.
Yeah.
And so the plan now is
Ian Matthews.
Okay, jump in.
Ian Matthews puts in $5 first.
Thank you.
Star Trek Discovery tagline. Star Trek. I see that's what they did. Nah. I'm confused. Eugene puts in 250 rubles.
Thank you.
Almost forgot. Leland only has one E, but that's okay. Leland mentioned multiple relation due to time travel. Does it prove only has one O? Discovery technological level is unnatural and therefore can be fixed or rolled back. I'd be down with that.
I did forget we mentioned that. I wrote that as a comment. Thanks for reminding us very much, Lee. Yeah, they said, I guess this is jumping back to when Leland got punched, that important scene. The quote, I believe, was... I didn't write it down. Okay. Oh no, wait, hold on. Oh yeah. Burnham's mum postulated there was sudden jumps in tech across the universe, including Earth. That wasn't natural, but it was also time travel. Leland was not convinced until they built the suit. So out of nowhere, it wasn't like they planned the suit, presumably. They had this hypothesis, suddenly they had a suit, which in itself could be a oops, sun jumping tech. Again, I think that the suit's going to have to be future tech given to them or whatever, because he didn't seem to know. He didn't say, after 6 years of building the suit, we built the suit. It's like, and then they built the suit, and it's like, oh, I'm not sure how that proves the guess.
IP Man 5. Sorry, I gotta cut you off for a second. IP Man 501 put in the chat that he will donate $20 if we get to 150 likes.
Oh wow!
He says, "Make it happen." So there you go.
Come on, 133. Click that button, like button, please, please, please. But yeah, it's an interesting premise to suddenly bring up that multiple civilizations are being influenced by jumping the technology ahead. What do you think about that? Because it's quite a ballsy thing to put in, and specifically for Mum to have a theory about who's now the Red Angel.
It would explain a hell of a lot, and if they fix it, they could alter things and make things more fall in line with what we've seen as standard Star Trek canon. So I'm on board if it's done properly and actually used.
It's weird because all you'd have to have is Red Angel, Burnham's mum, jump into the future, pick a few cool things, and then selectively put it back in the past. But maybe they had to increase the technological level of this timeline to be able to fight the future people. But after that threat is gone, they can undo parts of it. I know. You're right. It seemed like a standout, like, oh, is this a thing? So it did make it feel as if that lady also had foreknowledge and built a suit out of magic, and I think there might be something to that, which would be kind of cool. I think very cool, actually, if the mum's a time traveler, like, already. Anyway, sorry, jumping back to where we were. So yes, the plan is to kill Burnham. Hold your applause. Hold your applause. Is to kill... Sorry, it's a Stuart joke there, but I thought I'd throw it in there.
That was good.
If the Red Angel only appears when she's in mortal danger, which has not been the case, but hey-ho, sometimes is the case, then if they kill her, it should come in to save her. The obvious problem, as you said, Stuart, is that if they did that, then she would know about the plan. It's even been in different Trek episodes, the whole, you can't tell me, otherwise I'll know to be me in the future. Like, that was a whole thing already, but one episode, I believe.
And I love how they bring Hugh just in case, they revive her, and it's like, we're not going to actually let her die, and they try to pull her out multiple times. And then Spock's like, no, she needs to die. It's like, holy shit, Spock, relax.
Although you
don't like her.
You missed the Tyler Vock Burnham kiss scene.
I didn't miss it because I don't care. Yeah, they kiss. Whoop-de-doo. Blah, blah. Mushy, mushy, messing up my Star Trek.
It felt more like a CW, like, drama show.
Yeah.
Character moments done right are done right, but didn't quite connect. Because it's like, I thought he was... It's like the whole point was that you went with Lorel, and then I guess the producer said, nah, we don't like that choice, we're going to undo it. We didn't like what we did. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and obviously you've got the crew member.
Yes, the new crew member that replaces Ariam, which is actually Ariam from season 1.
Who got replaced by Ariam from season 2.
They had a different actress place Ariam in season 1 than season 2, and then now that Ariam number 2's gone, they pull in this actress again. It was Ariam, but now she's human because it's not the same person, but it is in real life.
So the woman that's replacing Ariam was replaced by the woman who played Ariam.
Yep.
Which I think that's pretty fair though. If you tell this actress, right, sorry, when we're going to recast you season 2, and she's like, why? It's like, because we're going to give her more lines than you. But give it 10 episodes, and you'll be back in the same position, but without 8 hours of makeup.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a very strange moment. Because again, we don't know who she is. Like, set her up before. Because everyone's like, it shows like a moment of, yes, you're filling in for our deep friend, and I'm like, we don't cover Ariam in a station with a spore jump. How bored are you at that station? Sir, do you want a spore jump? No, it'll kill spore creatures. Oh. I'll play more on my phone. It's like, what are they going to do at this station? It doesn't spore jump anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway. And the whole reason we could get the entire middle of the episode is because they had to warp there slowly. They couldn't spore jump, but they had to spore jump there. There'd be no time for conversations, you know?
Yes.
Thank goodness
Important.
For warp.
Yes.
So yeah, the Hugh and Stamets moment. If you want to go over that for a second, the possible is Hugh coming around to it, to them maybe being together again, because Stamets' face is like a puppy that's been punched. He's not happy.
Yeah, well, before we do that, IP Man 501 puts in the $20 he promised. I am a man of my word. Here you go. Thanks to the community for making this channel successful. Well, thank you very much, IP Man 501, for helping rile up the community to hit those likes, and for your donation. It's all very helpful, and you might be on track to be a moderator at some point. That's very helpful. So thank you.
And seriously, $20 is really incredible for us. That makes a massive difference in our what we need to keep the show going. So yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but this scene, it's like Hugh's kind of like, hey, I mean, you should probably talk, and Stamets like, okay, like he was so unemotional and cold because he had been hurt, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, no, seriously, we should probably think. This is not the time. And I'm thinking the exact same thing sitting on my couch. Dude, you're about to do something extremely dangerous. Somebody's life is in your hands. Why don't we keep the high school drama till we're sitting on the ship doing nothing in the mess hall, maybe?
Yep.
I understand you feel bad for breaking up with them, maybe, but dude, there's a time and a place. This is not it, especially in front of Spock and Giorgio and everyone else that was there. Spock.
That's much better than mine. That's very good. As Canadian, and you mentioned to channel Canadianness. Yeah, yes. I love that you said that. Like teenage love antics. It's like, it's so, like, I know he's not really with himself, but to think this is the right time is just we need to put something in this scene. It's like it doesn't fit. It sticks out like a sore thumb, and to have Stamets' reaction be like, "No, I don't love you anymore," in his acting, and it's like, but you don't. You'd be like, look, no, Hugh, hold on. Let's talk, but not right now. And he's like, okay, Paul, I'll wait. It's not like, can we talk? No! Okay.
I agree with Jamal. I cut Hugh a bit of slack considering he was dead a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Stamets has nothing to stand on. It's terrible. Like, do you want him back or not? Make your mind.
Yeah. Jeff Jacobs puts in $3. Here's my donation at Rust Knuckle Iron Gut. It's on you now. I guess somebody else promised to donate as well. Sweet. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was. Oh, there it is. Rust Knuckle Iron Gut puts in. That's Swedish, I believe.
It's Norwegian krone.
Norwegian krone. Preemptive for 200 likes says, I bet you'll get there. Well, 244, I doubt it.
Click that like button.
I doubt it.
That like button. Click that like button.
Should I dare everybody again?
Yes.
Because one time I dared everybody, like, you don't have the courage to hit the like button, and all of a sudden we got to our goal. So 244 people here. We need 200 likes. Everybody hit the like button. It's really simple to do. It's a little thumbs up thing. You click that. You can even click the thumb down. I really don't care. But click that, and it takes you 2 seconds, and I'm done.
Some people don't have the stones to click that like button. You guys don't have the time stones.
You don't care enough about the channel to click the like button. I see how it is. I get it. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Just sit there, watch us. Don't even contribute by hitting like. That's fine. No, it's good. We'll do this for free all day long because we will. Because we love you. Jerry puts in $1. Thank you very much, Jerry.
And the focal length comes back. Hey all, back from watching the episode with my girlfriend, which I promised to her. My guess on Sarah Mitch, who's the season 1 Arium. She probably had a 3-season contract, but they wanted to kill Arium, so
maybe.
Yeah, it's fair. What do you think of the episode? Focal length. Because we haven't even got to the best bit yet. We're right there though. So you just saw the ending. We're just about to talk about the ending. So yay. So yeah, then they have multiple I might die Burnham moments.
Sorry, you just said they don't have the stones to click like, and Benjamin Zero. Yeah. Oh, did you say that?
Yeah, time stones.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. Sorry.
It's the second part of the joke. It's like something like the stones to it.
Gotcha.
You guys don't have the time stones.
I missed it. I'm sorry. My apologies. I'll hang my head in shame.
Oh, the time stones pun. They made me take my thumbs up away. Oh.
Oh, well, nearly, he said, though. Nearly. So, we're still good.
But I don't like this her and Burnham, like, this one I think is really bad because they haven't Like, what is their real connection? What I know they got something, but Georgia is so soft, so unlike the Empress character. She's playing like a less stuck up version of the Captain. You can kind of tell that she didn't. The Captain was not. She wasn't interested in the Captain character. Like, it was too by the book and simple. Like, oh, hello, Michael. And now she's just being like whoever she wants to be, but it's like not the Giorgio Empress character. It just feels so out of left field and so much caring. It's like, you're really pushing this she's lovely angle to give her a show, aren't you? Because I don't buy this moment. Although I know I said in our main review that, well, obviously though, her plan is. Now, I'm not saying that Mirror Universe people can't change, but the person that got to be the emperor of their entire galaxy is a little bit farther gone than the average Joe, you know? Little bit different. Yeah. But I was saying that her plan must be to get the suit for herself and use it. Because all she has to do to get everything she ever wanted was jump on to does in time travel back to Discovery when it was jumping to the Mirror Universe like 5 seconds before. Boom. Then she presumably just killed the entire crew. Then she has a spore jumping ship, time traveling suit, and wormhole time traveling suit, and net suit, and she has to go in and kill her present self because loose ends. Then she has her old empire back with more advanced tech, knowledge of Section 31, and other things, and also knowing where Lorca is, and the Section killing Lorca. I mean, her plan is brilliant, but I don't think she's that evil anymore. So I don't think that's her plan. That should be her plan.
Xavier Gamer says Giorgio is not evil anymore. People change. Really? I don't know about that. We'll see.
My only comment to that is, what's been her motivation to change? And within less than a season and between seasons, you're saying in about 4 months she went from being, I'm going to kill all of Kronos and shoot you all and hate you all, to, you know what I mean? Like,
Trekyards, check PayPal. Z German is. Let's see. We've got 2 actually. Hold on. We got £5. Do you think the Red Angel suit is too advanced for this time period, unless there's some influence from the future? Keep up the good work, Rob Vega. Thank you very much, Rob. Do we think this Angel suit is too advanced for this time period? Yes.
Yeah.
But if her parents are from the future somehow that came back and helped Section 31 work on the suit to develop a suit to maybe get them back home, there's that possibility as well. So what's the other one here? Trent Cullicut, 362. Thank you. You are much less animated than Anti-Trekker was. Smiley face. Well, that's usually the case. He's like, it's crazy. Why would they do that? Sorry, Anti-Trekker.
Oh, we love him, right?
I need this. Cue the snowflake music. Everyone, please be kind to Anti-Trekker. He's a generous, caring, loving man and a huge fan of Star Trek. He only gets so angry because Discovery is not what he's used to. It's new, it's creative, it's something out of the box, and he doesn't like that. He doesn't like change. But please be respectful of his opinion. He can hate it if he chooses. All right, we're done now.
Is that a reference to someone?
Anti-Trekker. He puts on the snowflake music in the background, and he's done it to me many times.
Oh, well, okay.
Anti-Trekker fans will know it. They'll love it. They'll laugh. I guarantee you. But anyway,
this is the face that I'm giving you, Stuart, for that performance. I mean, I loved it, but also this is the face I'm giving you, and you'll enjoy it when the stream comes up.
Oh goodness, is it Stamets going? Eh?
No, it's better.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be sure to look.
It should be up any second. Oh, ready.
Oh,
wait
Burnham dying?
Wait for it. Yeah. There it is. That's my face to you.
All right. I approve. That's good. All right. So thank you for the super chats and for the PayPal donations. They're very greatly appreciated. So thank you guys.
Planning some trips and those sorts of funds do help a ton. So then the second farewell tour is with Spock. No, the second one's with Tyler, who calls her, and then there's 1 second conversation. That's fine. It's actually kind of sweet. It's weird, a bit sweet. And the third one's with Spock. For some reason, he's the one that sets her in, and there's a whole conversation. And for some weird reason, he says, because she says, "What if this doesn't work?" And Spock's like, well, if it doesn't work, I'll be accused with your murder and go on trial. I'm like, no, Spock, you're following orders of Captain Pike. Captain Pike will be reprimanded and be fined. The Admiral Cornwall, who's in charge of this mission, will be reprimanded. But since she's so high up, I don't think she'll have anything. So Spock, you're absolutely fine, mate. So that's not a logical statement.
Except maybe he knows that he was going to have to reel in these pesky little humans who want to save and not think like logically, like if they save her, it's not going to come. They need to actually let her die. So he knows he's going to be holding a phaser on people. So he's going to get court-martialed probably for disobey. He disobeys Pike's direct order at that point.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't know. Jerry puts in another $1. Thank you very much, Jerry.
I do agree with that if he knew, because I like the whole it is more logical to actually let her die, because if she does not die, then there is no death to ripple through time to tell the future her that she's died. Otherwise, it'll be wow, I had another close death situation like I had so many other times before. So, yeah, he was making a joke. He's making a joke, but it didn't come across that way to me. It was a very, okay, but I can buy it more. So anyway, goes in, she says, I'm ready. They stop the oxygen, they let out this gas. I thought it was quite a fun little gentle build.
They let in the gas.
Sorry, let in the gas, yes.
Yeah.
Well, they let out the gas of the oxygen, they let in the gas of the death stuff. And this I thought was kind of strange. It's like, they couldn't just, put a syringe to her neck and say, right, this will kill you in 1 minute painlessly. They had to, Acto said that burns her skin and hurts her. It's like, this is a very painful way of killing her. Anything else would do. Why is this? I
thought the same thing.
Why are you actually doing it that way? Oh, he's gone again.
But she wouldn't have been burned and...
It seems strange. They went graphic with their scene. Real graphic. I'm like, this is unnecessary.
And Eugene puts in 200 rubles and says, well, that's no simple death. That's the execution. Might as well add some lethal injection, electric chair shots, fan pandering, lol. Yeah, they made it so painful, I think, for the fans that or the non-fans that hate Michael so much. That's why I think they did it.
Yeah. Very true, very true.
It required extreme distress, says Jamal.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It seems a little bit excessive. I mean, just her death should be enough. I mean, it's not as if, well, and this is why I also think that it's weird for her to be so against Tyler and Leland, so self-righteous, when this is clearly a Section 31 style plot that Pike has approved of against his own morals. Yeah. So aren't you doing the thing, the ends justify the means sort of situation? Yes, well, it's on yourself, but that's what they do, and in any other mission this wouldn't be approvable as a situation, but you convinced him because that's what so it feels a bit hypocritical that she's so against him for the important things, and yet this is exactly the thing she suggests. Yeah. It's to herself.
Well, Pike had such a minimal role in this episode. His character was just not Pike in this episode, really.
Well, Cornwall got the time instead, I think.
Well, yeah. Hannes, I pronounced your name wrong. €5. Harry Mudd did have a time travel thingy in season 1, right? So the tech is known. Yes, we've talked about that already. Yes.
But it's
the same kind of time crystal.
But a loop tech based on armband created by someone else that's an alien race is very different to we can create an infinite time suit that can take you across the universe and across any space at a whim, unlimited power, with an EMP, with a healing beam. So yes, but also very different. They're really exploiting it. That said, if it was, again, that race gave them from the future, blah blah. Well, hopefully we're underestimating their storytelling, that they just let themselves down here because it's like a weak first tier payoff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was very much an anticlimactic episode of Red Angel. It's the last 10 seconds, and the whole of it is like a slow anticlimactic build. And next episode should hopefully be not an anticlimactic build to a good 10 seconds. Hopefully it'll be something good. Hopefully.
Yeah, and this is where they're like, we gotta pull her out. And Spock's like, you will not pull her out. She must die. It's like, Spock, he's crazy. Spock, I know you have a disagreement with your sister, but don't be an asshole. And he's like, screw you, Captain. I'm doing my thing.
Thing is, it is legitimately logical though. Like it
To
is
save her? Yep.
no, to kill her, to let her die. That's a logical move. Because I don't buy it for a second that that with their massive medical technology they can't revive her after
A few minutes, yeah.
like you know what I mean. If they said if her oxygen becomes less than 40%, she'll be dead. It's like so you just bring her up to the ship and you heal her and it's fine. Like this is not if it's that dangerous a plan. Well, then you did kill her, but then you know what I mean? Like, they knew there's other ways around that. I don't buy this is the one gas that can't be fixed with modern technology. You know? Didn't quite buy that. So then what happens, Stuart? Apart from she dies. And we get the Michael Byrne deleted death scene from season 1 that we all wanted.
This is where they have to close the anomaly, the wormhole, as part of the Section 31's job, the ship. So Leland apparently has to go to a different room. Did we get clips of that?
Yes. But this doesn't happen yet. Red Angel comes in. It's epic. It's big. It sends out a big burst EMP wave. We assume it doesn't really do much. It disables them for about 3 seconds, but both get fixed in the same scene. So it was ultra ineffective. But again, it is 20-year-old tech, so that I liked. I was expecting though, as soon as it came out, sir, every system's gone. What? It was waiting for us. And it comes down and it like takes control. Like I was expecting the time creature to have a plan.
And Mike P, he says the technology that Mudd used was somewhat different. It created a time loop where the Red Angel travels through time back and forth. It doesn't travel back and forth, travels back or forward through time, and then is tethered to their time via this wormhole and the suit tech. So it's slingshotted back to its own time. It doesn't necessarily travel both ways.
But it could,
because of the crystal.
But it can, yeah. I mean, it's not unlimited time. I mean, I'm assuming that once if it cuts its own tether, it could then re-jump somewhere, but then it wouldn't necessarily be able to get to the exact moment or place that it came from. Like it's just a guaranteed note of back to where it was. Like it can still go anywhere, but I'm assuming where it is right now in the future than present. Its present is important. So you know, can you imagine if you missed the end of World War I by 1 day? That's the difference between winning World War I and losing World War I. So having that tether is important for the, you know.
Yeah. So this is where they need auxiliary power on the Section 31 ship to close this.
Failing a bit, yeah.
To close this wormhole, and apparently you have to go to a different room for that.
Haven't got enough power.
You have to put your eyes in a thing, and the computer's like glitching out on you, and you're like not suspicious at all, and then you get stabbed in the eye with a goddamn needle.
Was this scene not the most out of left field scene you could possibly write? And Leon walks out of a room, talks to a computer via a thing just to get stabbed. It's like,
and then
what?
And his eye kind of heals. It kind of starts to fix itself like right away. So he's not dead. A lot of people last night in my first review were saying, "Oh, Leland's dead for sure." I'm like, he's not dead. There's no way he's dead. He's going to be up and around next episode. Nobody's going to suspect a goddamn thing. And it'll be fine because he's going to be controlled by control. He's now basically, I don't want to say assimilated because I don't want to make any parallels. A human Cylon. That's what he is. So, yeah, he'll be back, guys. Don't worry. Leon's not dead.
Yeah, this scene was... I feel like they just reused the prop that Arium had. They're like, oh, we've got this thing. Let's use it again.
Yeah, just an odd way to get more power. And why is that not done on the bridge via station?
No, the thing is, what he's doing is he's overriding the ship systems, the safety protocols, to allow them to max out the buffer past the red line.
But you would think they would have that set up ready to go before the Red Angel showed up.
Or engineering, or it's an absurd process of he needs to command the ship via, like, as if his retinas are enough to, and it's with also the man computer voice. It's just like normally just go engineering and order them and do. It's very much a shit. How do we get him to do the thing? This. Why? Shut up. Okay. Then he gets stabbed by needles. Why is there a needle inside a scanning device for your retinas?
Nanotechnology, the control created it.
But we don't.
Somebody said
Alan
says definitely not dead. He spoke to Ash after the. Yeah, that could have been the computer. In all fairness,
they create holograms for weeks, so we know that is so inside their wheelhouse. But the clear implication is that the AI did get into their ship. I mean, it makes sense. Arian was next to their ship too at one point. I mean, you'd send out yourself, and also every Section 31 ship has... Actually, wouldn't that be kind of fun, actually? Not to maybe spoil the ending, but they say every Section 31 ship did diagnostics. Wouldn't it be fun if none of them worked? And so the end of the season is the entire fleet of Section 31 ships versus the Enterprise, Discovery, and a fleet of Klingon D7s.
And then the Section 31 ships form together and create a giant robot, and they start like bashing at the Federation ships and the Klingon ships and kicking the old ones out of the way and going, oh, I like that D7, not going to touch that one. And then, yeah.
Yes. Or if they destroy the entire fleet and kill people on them, because I'm sure they'd kill the crews. Like, that could be, they could destroy all of Section 31 in one fell swoop. Because why would Control not kill the entire crews? And they got all the ships, and the ships get blown up because reasons. And there you go, end of the season. Section 31 was disbanded, but then Cornwall or someone at the end is like, we have to make a new Section 31, and we can't afford to be so obvious. You know. Which I think that would actually work quite well, and you give them a fleet. They had so many ships, we assumed Leland's could be one of a kind. There are lots of different ships. I think that's actually quite a natural end. And yes, the Control is on the ship, and my guess to Leland is that specifically it's 2750s. That's really far in the future. That's fine. So I'm assuming that there's a biovirus that allows them to control people via, the people are still just very, very advanced computers. So
yeah,
control them, I think, makes natural sense.
Yeah. But anyway, Section 31 ship disables the wormhole.
Easily.
Closes the tether, yes. And here with the beams on the Red Angel, I was expecting some kind of pulse and then like to take it off again and get away, because I didn't expect it to be this simple.
Yep.
And as me and Samuel talked about earlier, I don't know if it's in the other review, but if aware of time travel, she looks up, okay, Burnham's dead, okay, fine. What's the situation around this? Where was it? Okay, fine. I'm going to time jump in like a day before, set up a device in the control room that I can like activate so that they can't catch me, because it's obviously a trap. It's just not well thought out, I guess. But
yeah, she's obviously not the most effective time traveler. She wouldn't have this problem with the future people that can't travel in time. I think she's a stubborn woman that felt like... That's why I think that the most obvious plot is that she accidentally made or helped create the future control, so she feels guilty, so she feels like it's a one-woman mission to take it on and solve it, which is why she's stubbornly not giving up the suit and doing all these things and la. She's very taken up by that. But yeah, she completely gets disabled, EMPs, everything works, absolute treat. And then she melts out of her suit. The suit doesn't deform, she actually transphases out of her suit, which implies to me, again, more advanced tech than what we see in pre-TOS, because again, I don't buy the suit will allow her to slip out of it like it's not really there. It's not realistic tech. It's never realistic tech for TOS, but like it's this whole fancy mechanical, and then the suit's still there, so she doesn't take it off. She just falls out of it via nanotechnology. It's like, oh, it's got to be a future-based tech suit, And
then we got a super chat from JJ Shen that says $5. I wonder if Control ends up everywhere due to advanced tech, so that's why all starships get downgraded to tech, downgraded tech in TOS. I like that. That would be interesting.
It's not downgraded tech, it's downgraded computer systems with simpler interfaces. They've got more advanced tech, just simplified other things. Important distinction there, because TOS is still more advanced, just doesn't look more advanced.
And Paul Danzinger, sorry, we can't even finish this episode because we keep getting super chats. Not that I'm complaining, that's a good thing. $10.
Thank you.
Has anyone rewatched a single episode of Discovery voluntarily? We have.
Season 1.
Well, it wasn't maybe voluntarily, it was kind of anyway, in my opinion, New Eden, directed by Frakes, is probably not or probably the only one I could watch again. Disappointing. Cisco ain't the Red Angel.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Never would have thought that he was. He wouldn't need a suit, first of all.
What a cool reference if they'd said, like, here's an actor we haven't used in Trek for 25 years. He's back! It's like, what?
Yeah,
Look, it's Jake Sisko. Why? 'Cause... Bamclo McLeod says, you just need the suit to travel into the future. Then you can improve it with that tech from that time. Yes, we said that already.
Yep.
That's what did in Back to the Future 2. There's a girl doing it. Very clever.
Yeah. Anyway, the lady that falls out of the suit is not Michael Burnham.
Dumb. Was it actually a reveal? Now, see, you.
I was like,
who
the hell is that? I was like, who the hell is that? And then it's like, oh, hi, Mom. It's like, really? What an ending.
What a twist.
What a twist.
I assume you didn't see Next Time On.
I did not.
Okay, because there's very clear pictures of her. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, weird angle of her. She's in, I guess, some sort of interior bio thing. Oh, it's weird that she looks hurt. Not sure why the... Whatever.
Yeah.
I love Burnham's last line. It's like, Mom. It's like, I'm a kid now. Mommy. It's like a lovely little...
Mama.
So that is the twist. The Red Angel the whole time, maybe, is Michael's mum, maybe. But this version of it, probably, is Michael's mum, definitely.
And Benjamin 0119, I thought she looked Asian at first. So did I. I was like, who's that?
Yeah, I was confused.
I thought it might have been Giorgio, like an older Giorgio or something. Yeah. Super Coops puts in 2 pounds. Maybe Burnham is her own mother, freaky weird, LOL. I don't think they'll do that. And we also got another €2 super chat from unpronounceable. Daystrom Computers, anyone? Connie goes T800. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Pretty much. So what did you think then that it's her mother? All this time, now assuming just it's her mother, like just take the single plot as we've been given. The Red Angel, the epic reveal, is Michael Burnham's long thought dead mother. That said, it's time travel, so it could have been like one day ago from her perspective. Thoughts? Like, what was your reaction like there and then?
I mean,
like, what did you turn to Sylvia and say? Like, what was the instant reaction?
The first thing I said was, I read a theory about that 2 days ago. I should have made a video. Really, that's exactly what I said. But then you think back to the conversation that Leland had with Michael, saying that her parents were helping them develop the suit, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's another one of those. We'll introduce it in this episode, and we'll pay it off in this episode. So it's now, luckily I didn't see that writing on the wall, because I was kind of like, oh, that makes sense, cool, moving on. So I'm glad I didn't try and think that one all the way through. But still, it's better than Michael Burnham by a long way. It's interesting, because it adds more dimensionality to, well, why, how, who. And the next one, the trailer certainly looks interesting. I'll give him that. And as I've said before, I was right. It wasn't an established character. I said it didn't make sense thematically, didn't make sense structurally, even to be Tilly, to be Stamets. None of the people that we thought it could be. Definitely not Amanda. Like, it had to be someone outside the box. Because we also had 4 more episodes to develop them, so it's not as if... but to introduce it as... Because even though we don't know anything about the mum, except engineer and scientist, like no face, no character, no age, no anything. Because she was never important. It was never a thing beyond they died, therefore move on, It's interesting then to... It is still not... It's not fully out of left field. It's not like it's... Oh, look! It's Janeway's great-great-grandmother. Why? Shut up. Or it's Kirk's sister that we never had. It's like, what? Kirk's got a sister? Shut up. It's something at least relating to everything. And it explains why Michael seems so important. Because if you really want to extrapolate and say maybe she was interfering with events in season 1 to make Michael more important. You know? Or then how does the Red Angel know? How do the things in the future they know it's about? Because also, if Ariam said in the last episode, it's all about you, Michael, it's all because of you. But she thought she was the Red Angel, so it doesn't connect to, it's all about you, literally, but it's about your mum, but, yeah.
Yeah. IPman501 says, come on, guys, I'll do a PayPal donation at 200 likes. Let's do this. 200. So help him give away his money to us. How close are we to 200?
How close are we? I don't know. 176. Come on. Come on. Click that like button. Click that like button. I do think we also have a PayPal donation as well before you jump on that. From Sebastian as well, which is the German. This was a good episode. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of relationships evolving. Quite a few people dealing with deep issues. Love the Giorgio flirting bit and her DEFCON level fun line. She has her eyes on stomachs. I agree with everything except the first line. Oh, not a great.
It was a good episode.
It's not a good episode.
She has her eye on Stamets. I
disagree. She's already had it before, you know. It's got this brand new universe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the
end
of the episode.
So my like I said, the episode to me felt very hollow. It didn't feel long. It didn't feel like a full episode. There wasn't much going on. And as a result, it felt more like honestly, it felt like a short trek, to be fair. There was some good character development with Hugh and Cornwall. I like that. And Spock and Burnham, they got their little moment again. So those were well done. But other than that, it's kind of a forgettable episode.
Oh, it's definitely it'll be
it'll be revealed that it's her mother. Next episode, please. Which has a fantastic name.
Yes.
Perpetual Infinity. I love it.
It's like you skip this episode, you watch the next episode, and then the last time on is all you need. Last time on Discovery. Mommy.
We found out who the Red Angel was.
Moving on.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, and someone says, there wasn't much going on, lol. But there wasn't. They found that the Red Angel was Michael. They went to the location. They set the trap. They found the Red Angel. That's one thing. That's one event they just followed through. And then people chatted in corridors. Like, that's it. There's all... I think it was packed, not empty. Packed with not great stuff, though. Like, hollow stuff, like you said.
Yeah, it just didn't feel...
Because it's like things we want character stuff, but there's a time and a place, and you need it around a fun story. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, I gave it a 6, maybe a 6.5, but I'm kind of sitting around the 6 mark for this episode. Not great. Not compared to the last couple episodes, which are fantastic. So.
And it's funny, my original score before I saw the last 10 seconds was a 4, because it just had the Michael Bowman being the angel, the fact that the suit was Section 31, which I thought was awful, but I think overall with the twist it's a 5. That said, I think they could up it a lot if it's revealed to be, she's from the future, or the suit's in the future, or she was given knowledge from the future, or even knowledge by herself from the future. Double time paradox. There are multiple movies where it only happens because the person at the end tells them in the past how to do it. But that's not an alternate universe thing.
Sarcasm. Kazar831 puts in $10.
Oh, thank you.
I'm late, and you might have mentioned it already, but I enjoyed the Voyager reference with Leland saying the theory about culture's leaps of technology being due to time travel, including Earth. Yeah. Chrono works.
I don't know if that's what they're going for, because they're not the best at those references, but sure. Yeah. That's twice I've heard it referred to as a Voyager reference. Somebody asked me last night, and I'm like, I didn't get the Voyager reference. What are you talking about? And they said that, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I can buy it.
The problem is that could be or Gary Seven giving tech or Dun or Dum or Dum. I mean, there's so many.
Hmm.
It's a reference without form. You put whatever you want to it, to it. You know.
Yeah.
Wow, everyone's giving fives, fours, and sixes. Actually, I'm appreciate that we're all on the same page with everyone. Huh.
Yeah, I had people rank it last night. So I got a few sevens as well. I think one nine.
If they pay it off better, this episode was so much. Even though this was meant to be the dessert and the main course, it ended up being the starter. You know, the Red Angel episode was the starter, the main course of next episode, which is not the way it was meant to be. If it goes amazing next time, then I think this will be better, because the things they reveal are red herrings and no one cares. Because then the episode's not bad, but the things that yeah, Gary Watson wasn't trying to be, his tech might have got in the hands of Earthlings early.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I meant. He's so if you just want to talk to the chat for a few minutes, I gotta go again, but I'll be back soon. Just go talk to the chat for a minute. That's okay. Is that okay?
Fine, sure, go. Jerry puts in $1. Thank you very much, Jerry. Make me beg for you to stop liking. Wait, don't do that. 7 out of 10, 5 out of 10. I think it's as good as a short trek. 6. Glad the Red Angel finally was revealed. That having been said, yeah, I think there's a chance that we're going to see more people in the Red Angel suit. I think Burnham is in fact going to be the one that goes to Kaminar and helps the Kelpians. And maybe one or two other instances. It's going to be interesting to see the tie-in of why the Red Angel saved the church way back in World War III. We know that Jacob, they kind of revealed themselves to Jacob as being travelers from space, which is neat. And if in fact her parents are from the future, or Kraft from the short Calypso ties in with this somehow, with him perhaps being Michael's father or something, it could be that they had to save one of his ancestors, which was Jacob's family, which was on Earth. They had to get the church off of the planet, take it to New Eden, Therese, whatever the planet was called, I can't remember. That might be an interesting tie-in, and I think having Kraft be part of this storyline, because of the time travel aspect and him, being in the future, would be fantastic. I'd love to see that character come back. Kraft was a great character, definitely one of the best of the shorts, or the best of the shorts. So I'd like to see him come back. I'd like to see his character back, and I think that's definitely doable with what they've kind of established here. So depending on how well they do it, would be great. Whether he's actually Burnham's father or has some kind of tie that way, would be great. But yeah, let's see here. I got some messages. Did they see my question earlier? I ran from computer regarding TOS time travel. Hans, we might have missed your comment about TOS time travel. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to, the admins are talking to me here. But let's see here. Fascinating. And time ship from the 29th century, crashing in the late 1960s. Yes, Chrono Works and Stark? I forget his name. What if Burnham herself is born in the future, brought back into the past to help make one of the sleeps Leland is talking about? Could be. I mean, they have so much potential here with the setup that they've arranged that a lot could be done. So if every single person that is watching tonight right now clicks the like, there will be over 200. Time is running out. IP Man 501, he's being pushy, but that's okay. Just hit like, guys. I have 230 people here. I'd love to get over 200 likes. If possible, go ahead and do that. Did they miss my last? Did they miss my last super chat, or I did? Plot twist. Eugene, my favorite dance plot twist. By the way, I think we did miss it. Sorry. By the way, RA so more advanced than relativity, but less advanced than Daniels.
Back.
Interesting.
Baby.
Yes. Eugene just we super chatted, but we missed it, so I'm reading it. My favorite dance plot twist. By the way, Red Angel so much more advanced than relativity, but less advanced than Daniels.
What makes you have that impression? The Aeon time ship can fire a disruption bolt that can remove a ship from fabric of resistance. Don't think the I don't think the suit can do that. So no, I think it's. I mean, that's the thing. If they made it uber powerful, it'd be even worse as a 22nd century. We'll see. We'll see. They've got a little bit of time to save it as a possibility, but they've opened up some bad questions in this one. You know.
Did you give your score yet on this live?
Yes. I said it was 4, but 5. Probably like 4 without the last 10 seconds. 5 with the last 10 seconds, and it's probably 6 if these are all setups in that it's not really a Section 31 suit, that it was magically from the future, and so they can enhance it if it's again a long play sort of thing. So they got 4 more. You know, that was the entire Mirror Universe arc pretty much. You know, or every time we saw the Cleons fight in season 1. You know, there wasn't many of them. So, I don't know. We'll see. It's funny. I was very eager for this week's episode because of last week's being like, ooh. So I'm very let down by this one, but I'm also excited for the next one because, again, the trailer looks interesting. It looks like lots of answers will be given, like a lot.
I'll need to watch that then. I usually see it like 2 or 3 days after.
Yeah.
You're supposed to see it Sunday or Monday. But I don't know. This one, just with the trailer, I was ramped up to be disappointed, and it didn't let me down in that department. It definitely disappointed me. So the reveal was a nice twist, though. I was glad it wasn't Michael. I'm glad it wasn't anybody.
It saved it. It really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas I went in having no expectations, and then as soon as they said Michael Burns the Angel, ugh. Suits, Section 31, ugh. Because, like, damn it, Stuart was right. Daedalus is the suit. And you're right, Daedalus was the suit. It's like, it can't be, that's dumb. Although, they didn't go to where the suit was. They went to an old testing facility where it used to be. So it was kind of an in-between of all of us. Guys, 193 likes. We get 7 more. We get another super chat.
7 more.
And that'll be a great way to end the chat.
Oh. Ooh. And by the way, I was talking. This is for Samuel. You guys can all just not listen. That's fine. I was talking to Brett today, and he was saying that we need to do a drunk yards, or we do the drinking thing. But I didn't like the name drunk yards. I mean, it's good, but I thought, why not wobbly pop yards? The wobbly pop, wobbly pop yards. I think we should do one where we do drinking based on your super chats. You kind of dictate whether we take a shot or whatever. I think that'll be fun. It's something that if you guys show enough interest in, we'll do. I'll probably do it by myself first without Samuel because he's a lightweight. You know how it is. But anyway. Hey, look at the face.
I take it wobbly pop is a Canadian reference because I don't know what you're referring to. Is that a saying?
Yeah, wobbly pop. Let's go have a wobbly pop.
Yeah, that's a Canadian thing. That's not. I've never heard that before.
It's not really a Canadian thing. It's just a thing that some people say. It's not really a thing.
It's not an English. That's not an English phrase.
Guys, have you ever heard of wobbly pop? Come on now. I'm sure somebody's heard of wobbly pop. I am 100% in for wobbly pop yards. It will bring my wallets. Tipsy yards.
Yeah. And it's good because we can do like different levels for different amounts and have something maybe nice drinks, really hard. Wouldn't it be funny if we had like a $50 shot, like a really awful shot? It's like, this is gonna hurt us, but hey, we do it for the fans.
For you guys. Hans, puts in €5. If had been Picard, all nerds feel a strong disturbance in the Trek. Oh, there's no way it was going to be Picard. That was just the stupidest thing I'd ever heard when people said it's Picard from the future. It's like, that is retarded. That is just dumb. It's not going to be that. It's not a thing in the U.S. either. Never heard of it.
Look how he nopes, Stuart.
It's funny because I just heard it the other day. I've heard it a few times in my life. Nothing major. But somebody mentioned it the other day, so I'm like, wobbly pop yards. That'd be funny.
Literally no one is going with you. Oh, I can't go so far. It's probably like an Ontario, like your town. It must be like, no, I bet it's from a commercial, like some commercial when you were young or something.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because then it'd be kind of regional as well.
One more like.
Oh god, one more. But yeah, we've had this idea before, and it'd be great to do. I mean, we want to do like movie reviews as well, especially when me and Stuart are in person. I think that'd be a really fun live to do. But you know, re-looking at episodes, movies with booze is going to be interesting. You know.
Yeah. Laughable Larry puts in $4.99. Daniel said they hadn't perfected the ability to send things into the past until his time. Does it make sense they can do it in TOS time? No, unless Michael Perno's parents are from the future, farther ahead than Daniel's was. Got stuck in our time, perhaps. Decided Section 31 was the best bet to get the tech they needed to build the suit to get them back to their own time, or the ability to get the time crystals, whatever. Possibilities, guys. But yeah, the whole thing, it being this era tech, really pissed me off.
Yeah, no, I think Stuart, we've got a really great video probably coming out on Tuesday about this, and this is Stuart's theory. I think it's a cool theory. Yeah, I mean they've got to connect more. I mean the fact that they've connected now season 2 to season 1, and I do appreciate though that they've retconned out the season 1 thing. We both were like, huh? Klingon suicide bomb terrorists. Klingon terrorists. It's like, excuse me? You know, they attacked Burnham's parents' station and they were Klingon terrorists, and it's like, that's not what Klingons do. No, they're a raiding party to get the time tech. It was a cover-up as a terrorist attack. Like, at least we retconned that out from, like, episode 2, you know?
Yeah. Come on, guys. We got 199 likes. We need one more like. Somebody that hasn't clicked like
well,
yet.
mine just jumped 200.
Like.
Mine just jumped 207. So.
Oh, well, there we go. I'm just reading the comments. Stephen Fathery puts in $5. I'm in Texas, and I'm 100% positive no one here has ever said wobbly pop. What the fuck, bro? Hey, I think it refers more to like the coolers and stuff because it tastes like pop. It's sweet, but
yeah, again, cooler. That's yeah.
Hans, €2, but it would have crashed the net. Should I like? What? Joseph Petrick puts in €2. Let's get wasted together internationally. Yeah, let's internationally get drunk.
Although
I'd like to buy the world an alcoholic beverage, and
although that's funny because then if you drink along with us, does that make your super chats more loose?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Probably. IP Man 501 says check PayPal.
Oh,
that right now, so.
And that's direct. But yeah, certainly we've had this thought before. Pick a topic, do something fun, and we can drink some drinkies and yeah.
Anti-Trekker had a great suggestion. Something he wants to do. He wants to do something like drunk history. I don't know if you've ever heard the show Drunk History, where people get drunk and they describe a historic event. But drunk Star Trek, where he has guests on like us or Lore Reloaded. You get drunk and then you tell your favorite Star Trek episode while drunk. That'd be hilarious. So anyway, yes, Matthew, IP Man 501. Thanks to the community for this one. He sent us $15 via PayPal because we hit 200. Thank you very much, guys. Greatly appreciate it.
And that's wonderful. You guys are supporting us by supporting us with support of ourselves. That's great. It's lovely. Very rewarding.
Oh, and we've got a new Patreon as well. Jerry, who has been donating $1 the whole time and hasn't been able to comment, he is now a Patreon. So thank you very much.
Yes, guys, Patreon, very, very important. We had a bit of a good... Sorry.
I gotta clarify. He didn't just become a Patreon. He actually lowered his Patreon donation. So Thank you, Jerry, I guess.
Eugene, so if you think RA is less advanced in relativity, then what do you think is on the other side of the wormhole? Ha! We've time traveled into season 1. RA.
Red Angel.
The time that she chooses to stay in most of the time? I don't know. They were sort of implying that if the AI can come through at any time, then I guess she's staying and fighting in the AI wars of 2750s?
The
like,
AI wars.
Like, what do you want? I don't know. It doesn't...
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Stuart, question.
Oh, hold on. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
No, you jump in. What do you say?
Although I got the definition for wobbly pop on Wiktionary.
Throw it in.
Wobbly pop, Canadian slang for beer. There you go. It is Canadian. Yeah, there you go. That's all it is.
I love it. You said it so confidently, like it's a worldwide term. Like, yeah, wobbly pop. And I'm like, never heard that in my life. What are you on about?
First said in 2002, apparently. So it's a newer one. Yeah. Anyway, question. You had a question for me.
The basic storylines of Discovery are relatively interesting, just the execution is relatively poor. Which of the multiple shows and their teams, the slightly different teams throughout the time, would you have rather seen these two? Who do you think could have done them better? Like, could the Voyager team have done this season better with the single time traveling dude? Could, DS9 have done it better? Season 1 Klingon War arc, like the same basic story, but with that team in that era.
DS9 could have handled the Klingon War much better, and probably the Red Angel thing. Enterprise as well. I think they would have done really well with it too.
Yeah, Enterprise probably very well, because then you can easily say all the temporal stuff. Actually, not to jump too far weirdly, but all you have to do if it was Enterprise season would be say that someone on Earth, when they found the remnants of the sphere from First Contact, it had time tech, limited time tech, but still time tech, and they retroactively engineered that into something else, and that was the basis of the Section 31 time tech. That combined with the Xindi interdimensional rift tech, and now you've got speedy, time tech. That would have been kind of cool to see those guys do it. Would have been fun.
Jerry puts in $1, even though I gave him shit.
Oh, this is so much
Jimmy,
pressure. Oh, it's fine. Whatever you want. It's all good. It's all good, man.
Jimmy Norris puts in £1. Russ Knuckle Iron Gut puts in more money. Trekyards must become a thing. Shots every time canon is broken in an episode.
Wow.
And at the end of the episode, we'd be like, this is
just like that.
If you're watching Discovery, Dan, that's going to be a pain. Number one special, I refuse to say no one special. Number one special puts in $2. I can send homemade moonshine. Ooh, White Lightning. Yeah. As long as it doesn't make me blind, I'm happy. Although you won't be able to get it here because you can't send alcohol to Canada from the U.S.
Well, I think the thing would be super chats equal drinks, because then it's a, successful stream for, everyone gets to enjoy that sort of thing. And
Cody Michael says, I got one. Captain Foley gets drunk and explains the Shatnerverse. So listen, his body gets beamed up by the Romulans. There's the Borgs. I think the Borgs are working with the Romulans. And then they brought back to life through nanotechnology. And it'd be funny.
Or should
refresh my memory on the actual whole string of Shatnerverse. They're the books I've actually read all of them. So it's...
Or we should maybe read some extracts as getting slowly more intoxicated. He said to Janeway, "You look sexy," and there is actually that entire sub arc. Yeah.
We should just act out scenes from our favorite movies or shows.
That would be very, very bad.
Like you You could be Khan and I could be Kirk.
That would be very, very good.
What makes you think I'll keep your word, Khan? Well, I've given you no word to keep, Admiral. In my judgment, you simply have no alternative. Yeah, that'd be hilarious, dude.
I like it. I like it a lot. So, guys, who wants to be the final super chattier person of today?
Oh, shit, we're 2 hours and 10 minutes in. Damn.
2010 minutes.
Yeah, let's end this.
Well, the end was gonna bounce us up a little bit because it was a powerful ending, you know. Because well, of course we're gonna be a little bit bored during the middle. Not much happened, and then we get to the end, and it's like stuff happened. So makes sense. But thanks all for joining us for this other great super chat filled live with fun times. And I guess we'll see you again on Tuesday and Wednesday, and a video come out tomorrow, and a video come out on Sunday and Monday. But
Sunday maybe not. Sunday we have a housewarming thing, so we don't have to go to. So I'm not sure if it'll be. Maybe we might do one tomorrow
or Monday
night instead.
Or tomorrow.
We might have. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't know if you'll be seeing Sylvia and I this weekend though for a live. We'll see.
And we definitely have to do a Trekyards on a weekend, like earlier in the day, so people can just like tune in. Day drinking easier than night drinking, because otherwise, like, you can sober up by the end of the day. Otherwise, it's just like, because for me, if I'm drinking now and drinking at 11 at night, I'm getting real sleepy. Like real sleepy. So if this was like 6 for me, Stuart, we're gonna stop drinking at 10 in the morning. 9 a.m. for LA people. It's just like, wow, guys, you're starting early. It's like, nope, 6 for me. It's plenty time for me.
Yeah. Jerry puts in another $1, and there you go. That's our last super chat.
Jerry wins. Jerry. Cool. Well, thank you so much, everybody, and we will see you next time. So until then, I'm the Red Angel.
No, I'm the Red Angel.
I'm the Red Angel.
No, I'm the Red Angel.
No, you're all the Red Angel.
We bestow the Red Angelness upon ye.
Although really, it's just Michael Burnham's mum. Spoilers. Bye.
Bye, everybody.